Anyhow, Twitch always seems to be the first one to go live. Yeah, the volume is working. How about the YouTube one? Yeah, and the YouTube one is working also. So welcome back. We have a bit of a different stream today because we are only going to do Java. Yesterday we only did Angular and that stuff, but I found a really good tutorial here and an entire project was created. And we managed to create the what do you even call it? I forgot the name for it. Method to fetch the user's data from, or the employees in this case, from the server. So this time, instead of actually going through the tutorial, I thought maybe it would be better to just do it our way, and then we check and compare to how like another person actually do his project. So for this part, we already have the get post and delete get post up. Okay, wait, I also forgot that part. Excuse me, I'm a bit sick today. So we have the add, the get, the update, and the delete. We have all four of them. And the get we have for the all employees, not for a specific one. That one we will add later. So since we already connected it to our database here, we will try to create a new project for the employees here, and we even have the content of the thing here. And yes, that should be it, but we need Spring initializer for that one. It has been a while since not this one. Spring initializer. It has been a while since I set up a Spring application right now. Of Java, Maven 3.4. What do we call it? Employee manager. Employee manager app. You also call that employee here. And also this one employee. Using Java 17. Data dependencies. So we are not going to use Lombok. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Definitely we will be adding Spring Web. I think that's for this part. Now we need the one for Spring Security. We will not be using any security related stuff right now, so we'll be using Postgres. What else? I remember having for WebSocket, search, validation, boot actualizer, testing. Spring Web for the web and to make a RESTful API, and then we have the PostgreSQL. I think that's it. We don't need the security and we don't need the Lombok, so we will generate that one. I think I have a projects folder here, so yep, here. And then I will probably have to open this in a new project. New project. Should I make it as a new or just open? Probably just open. And I think I should copy the path file also from here. Just it's easier to find that way. The e-manager app. What was the employee one? I think the employee one was for Hmm. Okay, no, we're actually doing the employee one because the zip file here says employee. We can make it a new window because I think we'll be referring to the old project in a lot of cases. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. We have the app right here. And the first thing we need to configure is the database before I actually forget. Resources, application properties. I actually forget the exact setting for that one. Okay, I need to make a checklist of the stuff that I need to revise again. Revision. Forget about that one for now. Make a list. How to connect databases. Even though I think it's really simple, there is just a specific amount of not tools, rather code that you just need to copy, but still I need to be able to do it automatically. Since we're using the exact same database anyway, so that's for that part. Now, since we connected to the database, and we have here the employee, we should make a new directory, and we call it employee, and we have the controller and everything related to it. File, not file necessarily, we just want a new class actually. Employee, but wait, why does it appear as a file? Wait, why do we have so many folders? Okay. We have the employee here, and we have the employee out. Then we have also another employee out. Okay, that's a bit different from our usual setup, but actually let's check how the old setup used to look like. We have the exception one for the exception. Probably because I named it employee, so. But still, you have the Java and then the example, and then that's it. And it is inside the folder that's exactly under Java. So yes, this one should actually be here. And this one should be here, yes. Something seems to be weird with this app. Dot. Yes, now it's working. Usually Java is with blue, and then if you try to make any folder here, yes, now it's working. Now to make the employee class, and then that one is add entity. Did we add the dependency for that one? I think we did. Okay, we didn't add the dependency for that one, that's why. Okay, already know that create off a start, so we'll probably have to check on the project and see what dependency he has installed. Yeah, we pick the jar. We have the Spring Web, GPA. Okay, we didn't insert the Spring GPA, that's why. But we have, okay, he did it with MySQL, we did it with PostgreSQL, that's the difference. The Maven dependency and the dependency equals Spring Data GPA. What? Yeah, that's a good question. Now that we have the dependency already installed and we are missing one, how do you deal with that? Spring? Nope. Spring Data GPA. Since we are looking for that dependency, we already have it here. Wait, how does the two files? This is the employee, yes, and this is the to-do list. Now we need to go to the pond.xml here. This is the loan book one, this is Postgres, this is the web, this is the JPA one. Now let's compare that to the other one that we have right here. So we have the Spring Web, the starter test, and the Maven. We are missing a lot of stuff compared to that one. We are missing the data GPA, starter web already is there. PostgreSQL for some reason. Okay, PostgreSQL is installed. And starter test is also installed. So yes, the only one we are missing is this one. Now to reload here. Okay, it's taking some time to reload. And I will do it from here also as just a double check, reload from disk. Now if we go to the employee here, from Jakarta persistent, yes. So in case we didn't install the dependency from the initializer, you can still install it manually, but you will have to know what to write. Maybe I should also write this in my revision list. What are the dependency that I need? So that's this for that. Now let's go back to the employee. According to what we have here, we have ID, name, email, private, long ID, and we have private string name, private string email, private string phone, just phone, I think, yes. Job title, image URL, and employee code. Job title, that's the second one. Image URL. Come insert the rest later. And employee code. E code. And all of them are private string. and we have that this one as that ID at auto generated. I think auto wire. No, auto wire is the one for the dependencies. Auto generated. What else we have? Generated. Nope. Okay, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, it's called generated value. And then the strategy type to auto. One of the things we forgot is add generated value. Strategy type. And we say dot auto if I remember correctly. Strategy equals strategy type. Okay. Strategy. Actually, I forgot a couple of things that I need to set at the beginning also. Forget about that one. This one. Where is the revision part? Strategy generation type dot auto. Now to write it actually here, generated value strategy I don't see the type written, and I'm spelled strategy. Give me a second. Where's my mouse? Okay, nice. My mouse disappeared for a second there. Where is the strategy type? Or did I actually mistakenly written it here? So strategy generation type, never mind. Strategy, and then here we have generation type. A strategy also, it's just here is the one that is in all caps. Auto. Generation type auto. Now that's the object. Now we need to set or generate rather. We make the setters and getters first. Then we make the constructor. So how many constructors do we have for this object? Probably either none or all of them, because I don't think, or one without the ID actually, yes, since the ID will be auto-generated. Then we make a generator, and then we say constructor. We have this one. Then we have another one here. Select none. Because the ID, as we discovered before, is auto-generated, so we don't need to include it in the constructor to begin with. And that's that for this part at least. Now where should we go from here? Yeah, we should be creating the repository. Employee repository. That's an interface. Extends JPA repository. And I think it takes two generics, one from the type employee and the other from type long. Yes. And this is where we will be using our method, SQL methods. Now we finish the repository. Now to create the service. Employee service. So I think we forgot to mention that this one is at repository, so we should specify that it's a repository. And the service here is at service. And since this one is an add service, we need to make a dependency injection with the repository. Employee repository, employee repository, and then we make the constructor. Yes. We say that one is at auto-add. So now we finish creating the service class. Now for the controller, employee controller. So here at controller and at something mapping, if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. I have to check. So on this one, we also need to create private employee service, and that one is also employee service. We did create a dependency injector. Wait, okay, I forgot. The service is a repository because we are doing it as an implementation. Okay. Okay, we will fix that part later, but and also the name of the class is not correct, so either way. Let's delete that. I think I have a shortcut for that on my keyboard, yes. Delete anyway. And then we create a new, and we say employee service. And then we make another one we call employee service. Now that you mention it, did we make add service to both of them? I don't think so. That's the DTO. Yes, task service was service, and then the service implementation. Yes. I still don't remember why we use the implementation pattern, but okay, since we are at it, why do we use the implementation pattern for service? Anyway, so the service implementation itself will be the one that has the service annotation with it. Then we make the private repository, and then we also have here the constructor. And this one is of course at auto-add. Now the controller here, it will not be employee service, but rather implementation. Employee service impl. Oh, okay, I messed that up. Refactor. because the name should be kept. The I, this I at least. Okay, it is. A bit weird, but okay, I'll check on that again. What was the name of the class? Employee service imp, employee service imp. And then we make the constructor at AutoWire. So now we have our 3 layers. We have our employee, and I don't think we'll be needing the DTO pattern this time because all of our requests here requires us to pull all the data, not a specific one. And we don't have sensitive data to transfer, so that will be it. The transfer data will probably be the password and stuff like that, but we can specify that there is a password and then make an employee one without the password actually. And then you make the mapping for them. Is it a good idea? Okay, no, we do the DTO pattern also. So we say employee DTO, and we say it exactly has everything like this one. But private string password. Password hashing and stuff like that, I try my best to be away from it. But since I think we will be doing the JWT for all of our project that we created, mainly two, this one and the task one, I might as well just do the DTO pattern for now. And yes, something about the DTO pattern is you want to set, you get from it and you set from it. I don't remember which one we actually delete. So yes, there is no setters, there is only getters. That's one thing about this class because we don't want it to be overridden by anything. Regenerate. We say getters, we select all. But the constructor will be something like this. The constructor will be our setters, which I forgot also how to do. At least we now know that I know the surface implementation pattern well, but DTO and also maybe pattern also. Ample pattern I feel like I understood it way more than the DTO. So if we look here to the DTO, we have only getters like we said, yes, but what is it? Yes, you'll be receiving the task or the main class itself, the one that's mapped to the database, and then you do the mapping here. So you say this equals to the get of that. Yeah. And the DTO one will not be the one having the password, but actually the employee. Or actually forget about the password for now. We will do the stuff with the password later. So we say public employee DTO, and we say it takes employee, and we say this dot this dot ID is equals to employee dot get ID. We say this dot name equals to employee dot get name, and this dot email equals to employee dot also get email, and so on and so forth. That class is huge. Probably need a better keyboard than the one I'm using because my hand is starting to get in pain. Since now everything is well known to me, at least to some extent, unlike at the beginning, so I'm coding a bit faster. Almost there. We have the string this dot image URL equals to employee dot get image URL, and this dot employee code equals to employee dot get employee code. So we managed to do the DTO pattern, we managed to do the service implementation pattern. And as for the service implementation, we know for a fact that what we will have here, employee service, we will be having how many? You have the get, the set, and that, but before that, I need to check, is there anything I'm missing? We need to check with the other one that we actually did. The controller was missing another one, request mapping. Yes, that's the one I am searching for. And you put the main root here, and then you add the specialized URL for each one of them. The task one is the same, nothing changed here. But we have an empty and a full one without the ID, like we said. Okay, I should also write that. That's one thing that we forgot. DTO. We don't need that, like we said. The repository is the same as always. The service. Okay, I'll guess everything works correctly. So before we dive into the actual implementations, so we say that this one is API, and then we specify the root. But let's check the root that was given actually inside the environment here. So it's localhost only without anything. So it's /employee and then the rest instead of API. So we say employee, and then we specify it's add or get on any of the other stuff. So we have employee all, add, update, and delete. That's how we start with our controller. Oof, that was a lot. But now, since this is what, my third time creating everything from scratch again, everything seems to flow a bit faster. And we don't seem to have any errors, at least for now. Okay, let's continue. So the first one will have public response entity, and we say it will probably be a list. It's capital L like always, but I always forget it. List, and then we'll say of employee. We say get all employees, and we say that's get mapping, and we specify the URL /all, same one as this one, employee /all. the employees mentioned up, and then we have all here, so they merge. Now we go to the service, and then we add that method, public. We don't want a response entity here, list of employees. Let's say get all employees. Yes, I forgot the brackets here, and we don't have an input because we are getting literally everything from there, so whatever is in the database. Just to get rid of the annoying error, we say that there is a return value for now so that we don't forget. And now let's get to the service implementation. We forgot a crucial step. Extends employee, implements. Extends is for class, implements for interface. Employee service. Implement a method. Yes. So there should be a method for getting all the functions here, but I always seem to forget them. But before the return, we need to decide if it's present or not. So we make, should we make it, or we can just say it as an if. So we say if, and then employee repository dot get, probably stated here in the server, and I remember not needing to specify because you can just type get all and it's already implemented without us having to do anything, but I need to check. What is the service implementation here? Update, create, get all. Yes, we have the find all one. That's the one I'm searching for. So find all is one of the things that we are missing. So find all, and we actually make all of this. Yes, we forgot to mention one thing. Is the find all already an optional, or okay, it is already an optional. I should probably search about that more. Research, because we want everything that we get from the repository to be, how can I say, what's the right word, optional, because one of the data can actually be not false but empty, and if it is empty we return an error message. But I remember also doing it with as a stream actually. This one I did it here as a stream. No need to throw the else. And we can create a custom task not found exception. I don't remember how we created the exceptions. I'll need to revise that part all over again actually. Okay, we will do it our way and then we will check. Pro new illegal, not illegal, we say not found all such element exception, and we say the message there is no tasks, or sorry, there's no employees. And if it's not empty, say return employee.repository.find all dot is present, I think, was it? Should give us an error usually. Okay, there's some brackets here. Okay, no, I think I'll need to research about the find all method right now. Because the find all, if it's not returning in GPA, explain to me the find all method. Because if it's not optional, we should create it as optional. Surprisingly, ChatGPT is it's a bit slow today for some reason. Okay. But does the find all return optional or just a list? Okay, it doesn't return an option. That's what I thought. Does not return an option because an empty list is sufficient to indicate no records found. No, come again. When you call find all, it returns a list where T is the entity type. If no records are found, the list will be empty, not null. It does not return an optional list because the empty list is sufficient to indicate no records. So that's why it is with the empty, not with the present, because if it is the empty, it shows that the string is, the array is empty, and so you say the message. So there is no need for optional when returning all. Did we actually do that in the other one? We've done it in another way, we didn't even check. Okay, that's something actually completely new. And using find all, you don't need to make it optional because it will return an empty list, which you can check with the is empty method. Okay, then we finish the get on. Now let's get back to the controller. We usually do it as a try and catch, but exception handling is the part where I stopped last time, if I remember correctly, because I didn't know how to handle exception and if I was doing it actually correct. The task is empty part. I did it here, not in the service. Okay, I'm running into an issue. Where do we handle the exception? Do we handle it in the controller or in the service? Okay, I forgot. That was an important topic I was planning on handling. Where do you handle the exception? It should be in the service if I'm not mistaken. Is it in the service or in the controller? Depends on the type of exception. Okay, that was helpful. Now, I thought that this would be a quick one today, trying to make everything from scratch, but I'm discovering stuff that I either forgot or haven't really understood well. Java, Spring Boot, exception handling. How to handle exception, probably the best tutorial I see, but I want to check for everything else here. Okay, let's check the first one.
Go ahead and learn how we can have custom exceptions with Spring Boot.
Not necessarily custom exceptions, the one that I'm searching, even though I already forgot how to do the custom exceptions part, but how do people handle their exceptions in their code?
So far in our application, if I pretty much just inspect this and then go to console, so if I refresh or restart, so you can see that right here we have this JSON payload. And this is what Spring Boot gives us by default, right? So you can see that we
Post timestamp, I already know that it's the default one. And the status one is the only issue we have because the status 500 only says that there is an issue with the service, but not the service, but the backend in general. But it doesn't specify what type of error do we have.
have an error. This is internal server
Yeah,
error.
it's an internal server, but what part? The server could be very huge, and we need to specify what type of error is coming from it.
Cannot get all students. And then we have the path, status, and also timestamp. But let's say that we want to have custom exceptions and then have a completely different JSON structure.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and learn how to do that. So open up IntelliJ and let's go ahead and create a new package. So we're going to go ahead and create a new
Get mapping, throw, new legal exception, okay.
package. And let's go ahead and call this package as exception. Now, inside of the exception class, or actually package, go ahead and create a new class. And let's go ahead and simply say API and then request and then exception. So this will be our custom exception that we can throw throughout our application. And now what we need to do is simply extends, and then let's go ahead and simply
Runtime
extend
exception, yep.
runtime exception. Now let's go ahead and create constructor. So I'm going to press control and then enter. Constructor.
Wait, it was control enter all that long? I should probably also search for the tutorial on IntelliJ since I'm using it a lot. But that's a stretch. We'll see that part later.
Now go ahead and pick the one that has the actual message. So the second one. And let's go ahead and also have the constructor that has the actual throwable. So we can pass the actual message as well as the throwable. And this is pretty much what we need to do for our custom.
Hmm. One thing that I also always forget to check is the super constructor. So I'll just keep that part here for now. Not that one, this one here. And then you basically have one for the message and one for the throwable and the message. Okay.
Exception. Now, the way that we handle exceptions, or actually throw custom exceptions with Spring Boot, is by simply have an exception handler. So let's go ahead and simply create a class, and let's go ahead and simply call this.
Remember there being three classes. One where you have like the main one, and then one that handles it, and the third one I already forgot.
as API and then exception and then handler. Now, the purpose of this class is pretty much just to handle custom exceptions or even handle existing exceptions, but then we can customize the way that we throw
Mm-hmm.
the actual error to the client. So if I open up Chrome, right here you can see that this is what Spring Boot gives us by default. So let's go ahead and change this so you see how it's done. So let's go ahead and pretty much have a method, and right here simply go ahead and say public, and then right here simply say response
Response
entity,
entity, of course.
and this will be a response entity of object. So right here, let's go ahead and simply say
Is it really okay to write a response entity of object? Because that literally can be anything. And let me check here the exception handle that we created last time. We made it from type exception, not from type object, but okay.
a handle, and then API request, and then exception. So basically, we're going to handle our custom exception that we've just created.
Mhm.
So inside, what we're going to receive is the actual.
Okay, like I said, yes, three task not one exception. The one that he created right now. The one with the super, he actually also wrote it with something else. And then we have a custom exception class with the exact details that we want. Then you have the handler here. Oh, sure.
Exception that we've just created. So API and then request exception, and let's simply call it E. And in fact, if I put this full screen so you see what we are doing. Now, what we need to do is two things. So one, we need to create a payload that we will send inside of the response entity. So
Actually, give me a second. Even though, yes, I do want to create my own custom exception, probably better to check how other people do it, but how do you generally handle exceptions?
No matter how good our code is, exceptions are bound to occur. Therefore, rather than try to completely avoid exceptions, we should look to handle them effectively. Okay, here we go. So in this one, we're going to deal with Spring Boot exception handling. So
Okay.
first of all, we're going to set up a project, a really basic REST API, which when you hit one of its endpoints, an exception is going to be thrown. And I'm going to use that to show you 3 different ways of handling that exception in Spring Boot. Now, it's worth
Okay.
noting there.
Yes, that's the type I'm looking for. Not making custom exception necessarily, but how to handle them.
Probably half a dozen different ways of handling an exception in Spring
Yeah,
and
probably.
Spring Boot. But I'm going to show you the 3 which I think are most valuable, and I'm going to point you in the direction of the documentation for the other ones in case you're interested. I'm going to put a timestamp on screen for you, and if you go to that timestamp, it will be us dealing with the exceptions. But to start, we're going to set up this project, which is why we're at the Spring initiative.
Okay.
So, how do we deal with this? And the first way that I'm going to show you is perhaps the simplest, but not the most scalable. And that's by doing a good old-fashioned try-catch.
The one that I'm using is.
And inside of the try block, we're going to do the risky service take risk, which throws the exception. And I'm going to catch the custom exception that is being thrown. And now we can choose to.
Wait, now that you mention it, did I specify that the response here will be a response entity list? Yes, I did. Okay.
To handle it in some way. So one way to handle this is by throwing an exception again, but one that Spring knows how to handle. And it's called the response status exception. So if I were to throw a new response status exception, I can now control the HTTP code that's going to be used.
Okay.
So in the case at the moment, it's HTTP 500, which is an internal server error, but I then have the ability to change that, which I could change to, let's have a look, HTTP status dot any of these. So we're going to change it to I am a teapot, because there is no chance that that's going to come up accidentally. We're essentially here doing a good old-fashioned try.
Okay, so the first one is using try and catch, but using the response entity and the response status to change the custom, the already default response. So we have the JSON file has already and response already in it, and then you change that. Okay. Never
what
thought of
for
that,
the
but
exception that
makes
take the
sense.
risk is throwing, and we are going to rethrow an exception, which is the response status exception, which allows us to tell Spring what the HTTP status should be on the response. So,
But this one is very bad because it only changes the HTTP status that's giving back without really giving any information.
let's go ahead and rerun this application, shall we? There we go. There's it up and running. So let's flip over back to Postman here. Okay, and this is the same, exactly the same. So we're going to just click on send here, scroll down, and there we go. HTTP status 41A, I am a teapot. And we can see here the status 41A in this generic exception
Yeah, you are just taking 1 or 2 lines out of the default 4 lines and then changing it.
response.
Okay.
Now, that's the first way of handling it. There are some limitations though, which
Yeah.
is we have to do the try catch block every single time that an exception is going to be thrown. And if there's different types of exceptions which could be thrown from this, we need to do multiple catch blocks. The second one is that
Yeah, it can. So if you have multiple types of exception, for example, you can have false information if a user is trying to access but is denied the access, or if the user is not found, or some other exceptions, you will have to do a try and catch for each one of them.
actually this doesn't really give us a lot. I mean, the response status exception is really cool and it allows us to control the status, but we might want to do something a little bit more refined. So I'm now going to show you option number 2. So let's get rid of this try catch block and then just rerun the application to get us back to where we were before. Redo this request, and we have a 500 internal server error, and there is the response body. If you found this useful so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Using an annotation inside of the same controller, and that one is the exception handler. And this is put on top of just a normal public method here, and it's going to return a response entity. And I'm going to call this one handle custom exception, which takes the
Okay.
argument, which is a custom exception. There we go. So the implementation of this method is quite cool because we take a custom exception and then we have to turn that into a response entity, which of course allows us to control everything. So I'm going to return a new response entity. Oops. And
He's doing the exception handler inside a controller. I don't like that.
I'm going to pass a HTTP status code of OK, let's say, and that would just return a blank body, which is OK. But let's say I wanted to return something different. Let's just say a string body of no risks here. Oh, and then in the exception handler annotation, the one thing that we need to do is tell it which exception that we are dealing with here, which in this case is going
I
to
also
be
don't like the second one.
exception.class. So in summary then, every time a custom exception is thrown inside of this controller, this exception handler method.
Since I'm already doing that part also, forget about the super constructor. Before that, even the super constructor is probably number 10. How to custom handle exception. It's probably one of the last thing I did. So I have to do more revision on that part.
Method is going to be triggered, passing in that same custom exception, and then we're going to go ahead and return this response entity. So let's go ahead and test this, shall we? And the way that we can do that is by rerunning the application. Okay, we're up and running. So we are expecting a HTTP 200 and the string response body now.
Okay.
Send. What do we got? HTTP 200. Very good. And no risks here. String response body. Okay, so that's the second one. This is obviously a lot better. It's a lot more flexible because you have that response entity that you can deal with here, which is great.
But
now, the limitations of this approach is it has to be done in every single controller.
yes, exactly.
Right? So you need to do an exception handler in every single controller. And if you have the risky service being used in, let's say, 3 different controllers, for example, that's 3 different places that you'll need to do this exception handler. Or the alternative is that you would have a base class, a super class of the classes that then use the risky service,
Exactly.
which has the exception handler annotation in it. And that's the way that we did things traditionally. However, that's not great because it means that you then need to extend that class every single time you use the risky entity, and that's
Ugly.
not
It looks
what
ugly.
I'm comfortable with. So there has been a new way of doing things recently, which is basically a separate class to have all the exception handlers in it, which we typically call a global exception handler. And I'm going to show you that approach now. But instead of deleting this, I'm just going to
Should copy and paste it, yes, because we reuse it, but inside the class.
We'll just restart the application. Okay, we're up and running. Give me a HTTP 500, please. There we go, 500 status. Yeah, perfect. Okay, back to error status. Now let's go back over here. Now I'm going to put this in controllers, and I create a new file, and I'm going to call this one global exception handler.java. All right, so there's our
Yeah, I noticed people would like to have the controllers inside a folder and then exceptions in another folder and all that stuff, but I use it by the name. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do
a
it.
global exception handler class doing absolutely nothing. So the magic annotation that we need is controller advice, not controller advice. There we go. Okay, and now if we were to paste in our exception handler from our other class, let's just import these because they are not imported. This exception handler now, as it's in the global exception handler class, which has the controller advice annotation.
Let me check how similar that to the one that we actually did. Yes, we did do the exception handler inside the controller advice, and yes, we did return the exception and the response status. And the way that we actually use it is when we go to the controller here, forget about the first couple of ones because there is try and catch in them. This code is a mess now that I'm looking at it, but okay, let's check what he did.
Would be used every single time that this custom exception is thrown and bubbles up to the Spring framework, which obviously is great because it allows you to set the conventions for your entire web app in one place, and you don't have to extend it. So you still have the option to use inheritance in your controllers if that's something that you wanted to do. So this is pretty much the same thing, but I want it to return something different, which is let's say defo no risks here, and HTTP status. What else we got? Let's do teapot. There we go. So that's very different from what we had before, sort of. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this now. Okay, we're up and running. Let's flip back over to Postman. Click on send. We have 418, I am a teapot, and we have the response body we have the response body defo no risks here. In a nutshell, that would be the one that I'd recommend for you. It allows you to put all of your exception handling stuff in one place, and it allows you to have then those conventions used throughout the app.
Okay, so the way to handle them is through that, but do you need to try and catch when you do a custom exception with the control advice? Okay, that's a question for ChatGPT. If we are using the controller advisor and making our own custom exception, when we mention them in the controller class, do we need to try and catch it? I think the answer is yes, but I just need to get more details about why. So let's say yes, we did this one. That's employees not found exception, which is a runtime exception. Then we have the employee service. You just find by ID. Or let's throw new found exception. Yes, there is no need to try and catch. But when you do the handler, control the method no try catch needed. Yes, the code looks cleaner without, at least the controller part, without the try and catch part. Now another question. That's the thing. I know about lambda Ausdruck lambda expression, or I should say, but I'm not sure or familiar on when to use them. I know them, I know how to use them, but not when to use them. How and when to use lambda expressions. This one turned longer than I expected. But I mean, I created everything that I did for the last 20 days in just under 1 hour, so I'll still consider that a win. So outside of employee, we should be creating a new file, a new package, and what should we call it? Exception. And here we should be able to do our custom exceptions, but before that I need to fill my water and actually bring another cup of coffee, because I think I'll be staying here for a while. I mean, I'm not ending the stream until I finish that part at least. The checking part we can check later in the next video. It's okay. So I'll be back in a second. I'm back with my coffee.
Hello, welcome to
And a bit of a fresh mind to actually study the exception handler, the custom exception handler. Not complicated, but for some reason my brain doesn't address it. Funny enough.
Pay low.
So okay, let's revise. We want to make a custom exception, so we do it using 3 classes. We have the exception that we actually want, which is task not found exception, or employee not found, or wrong employee, whatever it is. And it should extend some type of exception. Usually it's runtime. Serializable one, we'll leave it at that. And then we have the super. Then the global exception handler is the one with the controller advice and the exception handler. You sure? I mean, prove that you're my biggest fan. Okay, thank you for the follow. No, you have to prove it somehow. You proved it with the follow, but what else? How much do you know? Sour as always, my coffee. How do I even should call you? How do you even pronounce your name? Falky? Falky? No. I'll just call you 4 then, since there is number 4 in your name. So back again with 4 is okay. Nah, it's your name. You're the one who should say it to me. Just a small project. So I used to make up a just RESTful API, and I'm redoing it again just to test myself if I'm actually remembering what I did or not. But as you can see, half of what I did I almost forgot. So the older project was about something like a to-do list, and the second one something related to employee management, which are exactly the same, just the name of the classes are different. I actually haven't played Valorant for how long now? Since probably a year almost. Yeah, I say around a year. Even all my friends stopped playing Valorant right now. You still play Valorant or? Yeah, sure. I only study when I'm streaming though. That's why I mix my studying with my streaming, just to force myself to study more. I mean, I just can't play it for some reason right now. Sure, of course, why not? I will let you guess what type of games I'm playing right now. Of course, why not? I don't mind actually, since I do plan on increasing my studies because I have exams. Exactly. Actually, my friend group that used to play Valorant stopped playing Valorant. You know what game they are playing now? MMO. And I'm not sure. I'll probably plan on doing a MMO stream afterwards, but we will see. I played WoW, Wrath of the Lich King specifically. No, not really. I mean, to be fair, I see a lot of people shit on WoW players online, and I can see the reason why, but I would say I enjoyed playing the classic part of the game though. After classic, everything feels like crushed. I may go back sometimes and just play classic or Season of Discovery. Yeah, I actually do plan on playing classic sometime. Because surprisingly, I heard Wrath of the Lich King was the peak of the game and stuff like that. I just got, even though I'm used to farming, okay? I have over 3,000 hours in Dota, okay? And I used to play either jungler or just carry in general. So I'm used to farming. But the farming between the levels in Wrath of the Lich King is just something else. Okay, okay. I guess what class I used to play then. It will not be a surprise. And don't worry, no, it's not mage. See, I told you. Everyone thinks if you like the game, you will play mage because they are the most broken one. I actually used to play the assassin, and I used to enjoy it more. And when we run dungeon, I'm basically useless like 90% of the time till we get to the final boss at least. That's the only time where you see yourself as an assassin on the top of the DPS. I actually did enjoy playing my class and my rotation a lot. Just the people there are weird sometimes. Let's just keep it at that. I actually have my entire first playthrough as a footage here in my hard disk. I should probably go through it. A lot of fun stuff happened there. I forgot to ask, what are you studying actually? Also coding or? Exception handling, exception handling. Ooh, an art director. You know what's funny? I tried studying CSS or anything related to art. I can't for some reason. Till this day, I'm struggling doing just basic styling in CSS because of that. The meme of do you know how to center a div actually applies to me. But you seem like to enjoy the art part before the actual coding. The only reason I'm kind of forced to study a bit of art is because I need to do the front end at least. Sure, I wouldn't mind actually. Uh, I mean, to give you a context, I'm only studying all of this to look for a job, and my cousin has a company and they want to make a website. So, guess who will be making the website? And I know Java isn't the best language for web development in general. I'm only using it because after you delve deep inside one language, it will be easier to transfer. For now, I would say yes, but I don't plan on staying with it. I say probably doing web stuff is the most common thing. If you see somebody programming, the first thing that will come to your mind is, you are doing web stuff. But I found more interest in doing C++ and Linux actually, even though I have zero background in them. Well, I did try to install Kali Linux when I was like 13. I mean, okay, you're already ahead of me, 3 years already. So how was the experience being a web dev? funny because I also I was going to say I actually tried to use AI. I think the AI was called Cloud or something to make the design for the website, and yes, no. Wait, why did Google try to sue you? I mean, Google's suing everyone left and right. I know that part also. I actually was thinking of that, but uh, cybersecurity, from what I understand, is it's probably the hardest niche in computer science. I took an introduction course in Linux, but I was like stunned most of the time. I was just following the instructions and I couldn't do anything. But I say that's the only niche that cannot get as bad. The only reason web development got bad in the last couple of years is because a lot of people are coming to that niche because I think web development is the easiest niche in computer science. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I love the combat against ads. You can see that here. I'm using Brave for a reason because I live in Europe. We have double the ads in normal countries for some reason. There is one video I think played 4 ads, two at the beginning and two at the end. A lot of people hate ads. I don't plan on staying there. See, I like every aspect in computer science, every niche actually. So I'm struggling to find which niche to stick with. But web development, I'm just entering it. It's because the first one that comes, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it is. You know why? I actually, the reason why I picked computer science was because of web development. That was 4 years ago when the niche was still fresh. But especially for freelancing, there was a lot of people saying like, go for freelancing web dev, your life will be easy and all that stuff. And here, when I'm actually in computer science, like 3 years after, it is very saturated. I have opened Fiverr and seen one application for a website. Over 100 are applying for that job. Yeah, I probably, I actually was studying on my own a bit of C++ because we also have to study that for university. Even though people say it's complicated, I'm start liking it more, dealing with the hardware directly. Yeah, I heard about the cloud niche, but don't I need to study, for example, Amazon services and that stuff? My knowledge about cloud just stops at Docker. Exactly at Docker. Actually, now that we mention it, what do you actually need to study in order to get into the cloud? Because I heard that a lot of people are recommending the cloud nowadays. What do you need to study in order to be a cloud engineer? Yeah, Linux. I do plan on studying Linux. I actually just finished my networking exam. I hope I pass it, but I still have a lot of holes in my knowledge when it's related to networking. But at least I'm familiar with the TCP or OSI and all that stuff. Scripting, you'll need Python. We have to do a project for our university that will be for a year, starting from I think in 2 months we will start it. It will probably be in Python, so I will not worry about studying Python now. I will do eventually. SQL I'm already familiar with. No SQL, I do have a new 4JS exam, kind of, in 2 months. So that's actually the segment that I will be studying in the next couple of weeks. Networking and security, no, I don't know what that is. Encryption, I'm familiar with it a bit. No, and also no. Cloud computing concepts, SaaS, software as a service, that part I know, but I'm not sure about the other ones. Virtual machines, I only heard about that. Containers and Kubernetes, I know what these are. Serverless computing, or AWS, of course. Cloud storage, So you say mostly the cloud stuff are related to SQL and AWS, or any cloud service provider, basically. I heard about the pipelines, but I also haven't delved that deep into it. Cloud automation engineer. So you have AWS, Azure, big one actually to start. I heard the most popular one is the AWS, and it's very complicated. I took a look at it, or at least appears to be. Also AWS again, scripting and automation, Bash for Linux, PowerShell for Windows, and then you have Python. Configuration management, no, I'm not sure what that is. Docker, I'm not as familiar with it as I would like to be, but I think you need all three of them in this case. Then you have CI, pipelines, monitoring and logging, and then securities. Actually, let me just make a new place to save all of that, because I think you're correct about that part. I did plan on actually delving a bit more into the cloud side, but I just wasn't sure when to do that. I thought maybe I could do the front end with Angular at least a bit, just to see how everything goes up first, which I don't enjoy, by the way. I don't enjoy doing front end at all. And we say that's cloud automation. On Go, I think it would probably be high. I am living in Germany right now. Cloud automation engineer in Germany. We can just check for the salary first, at least. Oof, that's a lot actually. Research, design, developer, and test, evaluate system, support cloud. Cloud engineer salary in general. What is this?
Cloud engineer salary in
Okay, they started to add two articles, AI voice, if you don't want to read it. Funny. The average salary is 72. Cloud engineers average salary is 70 per year, or 6 per month, between 59 on the low end and 84 on the high end. Let's just say, actually that's higher even than the normal developers. I think the normal developers would get, like, they start at 50. Salary experience, entering starting with 60 more or less. Taxes, yes, it's around 60% for that. It's actually more than that. Wow. Salary by the company. Yeah, I do hear I did have a friend who was doing the masters, and he said to me, like, he had a friend who worked at Telecom, which is like a phone chip company basically, and they do pay high salaries there. And they probably paid the highest, especially if you're dealing with the SQL, and that's part of the page. Actually, let's check. Yeah, these are few data. We need some more actually. This is Glassdoor. I think that's a hiring website. 84 to 74. Actually, no. How much you make over time in Germany? Also, that's in Glassdoor. Okay, this time it's an article. Nope, still not an article. German tech shops. Cloud engineer working in Germany are normally around 62,000 per year. That is between 50 and 75 per year. If you earn less than 50, then it might be time to speak with your boss. Okay. Average salary is the 62, 50 more than the 62 and that stuff. Cloud engineer statistics 70, but these are also the starting salaries for that part. And let me check how much do you need to actually have for that part. Handle projects to build and automate AWS, deploy Kubernetes using transfer ham, create an AWS Lambda X function. Certification, forget about that part. How to get started, pick a cloud platform, probably AWS because it's the most popular one. Learn Terraform scripting, so Python or Bash. We'll check what a cloud engineer does. Explain like you are not an engineer and a common man with regular computer knowledge. Let's check. Imagine you have a computer at home, you have to use it to store files, run programs, and browse the internet. Now think bigger. What if a company needs thousands of computers to run and store that? Instead of buying and managing all those computers themselves, they use the cloud, which is like renting powerful computers over the internet. Cloud engineer is the person who sets up, manages, and keeps those cloud systems running smoothly. Think of cloud engineers like apartment managers. Let's say a company wants to live in a big apartment. The cloud, instead of building their own house, a cloud engineer is like an apartment manager. Yes, find the right apartment, choosing the service. Most people go with AWS, I'm not sure why. Moves the furniture, basically the database, that's where the SQL part and NoSQL comes into place. Fix leaks and repairs, troubleshoots cloud problems, add new rooms if needed, scales up when traffic is increased, keep security tight, protects the data and prevent hackers. What they actually do daily: move files and apps to cloud, automate tasks, make sure website doesn't crash, secure data, monitoring performance. More or less I get the picture. Real life example of cloud engineering work: when you watch Netflix, cloud engineering make sure cloud system. Okay, I see. So what are the steps necessary to be a cloud engineer? There's two possible answers. Okay. Learn the basic of IT, operating system, Ubuntu. Okay. Random map.s. This, yes, okay. Operating system is a subject I'll be finishing in 4 months, so already covered that part, but I still need to learn a bit about Linux. Well, I will learn Linux for one reason. Roadmap.sh. Roadmap.sh. Front-end, back-end, DevOps, AI, blockchain, software, cybersecurity, technical, product manager, engineer manager, PostgreSQL, software architecture, nope. Skill roadmap, cloud, Spring Boot, AWS. We do have AWS here, but I don't see them having. Okay, let's search a bit down. Yeah, it should be there. I know that for a fact. Maybe I missaw it. Prompt engineering, AWS design system ops, Java, design systems, computer science, React, Python, SQL, and I don't see any search functionality here. There is AWS though. It's called DevOps. Okay, I think I have seen DevOps. Yeah, but what are DevOps? That's a weird name for cloud engineer. What does DevOps mean? DevOps is a combination of a development and operations. It's a way of working that helps software and developer IT work together more efficiently to build, test, deploy. Okay, very weird definition, but let's check here. What do we have? They learn a programming language. We have JavaScript, Python, of course. Actually, good question. Are cloud engineers part of DevOps? Yes, but with some differences. Cloud engineer and DevOps engineer work closely together, but they have different primary responsibilities. However, in many companies, their roles overlap, and cloud engineer often use DevOps practices. Main focus manages the cloud, automates software. So it's basically the same, but in most companies, they just mishmash the roles. Okay. Now for the programming language, you pick Rust, Ruby, Go, Python, JavaScript. Then you learn that's the first part, programming language, and then operating system, one for the Windows, and then Linux. Probably Ubuntu. Yeah, because I think the big umbrella is the DevOps, and cloud engineer is just a specialization inside the DevOps, as far as I can see from here. So you learn the programming language, probably Python, then operating Windows. If you click on each website, they also attach the resources. Okay. I see. Okay. And I think you don't have to study all three of these, just one. Probably be Ubuntu and Debian. And the terminal knowledge, you need to know PowerShell, Bash, Vim. I know about Vim because people keep referring it online. Text manipulation, monitoring, networking tools, performance monitoring, and all this stuff. That's the terminal knowledge. The one with the purple, the green ones are optional. Okay. So it's either Python or Go here. And you need to study Ubuntu, and I never heard of this, RHEL. Then you need to study Bash, Vim, and all of this here. That's the terminal part. And then you have version control, of course, Git, VCS hosting, also Git, containers is Docker. And then what is and how to set up X. You have the load balancer, firewall. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Forward proxy, caching server. And then you have the networking protocols, DNS, HTTPS, HTTP, SSH, SSL, OCI model. I mean, I'm familiar with the terminologies, but I'm not that deep into it. And then you have cloud providers, AWS, Azure, and cloud. That's the main one that everyone uses. I know that part also. AWS Lambda and Cloudflare for the serverless. And then you have provision, Terraform. No, I'm not sure what that is, but we'll check on that part later. Then you have Ansible for configuration management, and then the CI/CD tools for the pipelines, I think it was. You have GitHub Actions, GitLab, and Circle. And then after that, secret management. I think Vault is the only one that's obligated for that one. Okay, I see. logs management, container orchestrating, surface mesh, cloud design patterns. Of course, they have design patterns also. That's a lot of stuff. So yes, it's the stuff I need to study after studying the backend stuff with SQL and NoSQL. Oof. Actually, we can DevOps. Let's check what people actually say about DevOps.
DevOps, a set of practices to build, test.
On Reddit? Okay, let's check. DevOps salary on Reddit. It's been a while since I posted. Let's do this. I think I need to zoom a bit. Yeah, that's better. That gives both December early threads of experienced devs. $178K. But where is the company? Because I don't see the place. Bachelor Computer Science, prior experience 3.5. No, not this one. Eastern Europe region. Okay, I'm waiting. I'll just read the post because there seem to be a lot of people. 8 years of self-guided learning and experimentation. 2 years in cloud, 3 years in IT. Actually, let me check. www.devils.fi, I think. Get paid, not played. Actually, I'll save that one. Save it in the coding. Google Product Management. Okay, let's search for the titles. DevOps. Search location. Let's check on Germany. View jobs. Continue. Yeah, I have seen that. Okay, that's actually a good website to search for jobs. Application engineer, and it says here around actually funny that you say that. I haven't checked 9 months. Yeah, it almost touches the 200 mark. You mean this page? The total mark is 200K actually. And then they say 2 years and all the stuff. Yes, it's more than 150. Yeah, 210. The level page. The main page, you mean? Yeah, I think we picked DevOps and in Germany here. Unlocked by adding. I don't think I can add anything here yet. You mean this part? Make a junior entry. Entry level. Yeah, through the filter. In IBM, they say 77. Solution. In Google 114. Wait, there is a Google part in Munich. It is okay. So just 1 year, you're already getting 114. Yeah, actually, the highest I ever seen for entry is 60, and it seems here 77 is actually still very high. Yeah, very high actually. And in Google, if you start, that's another thing, 114. The thing about Google, Google will probably, and Telecom and all that big companies will probably be over 100 if just Google is paying 114. And the normal one for entry will be like 77. It's still good, I would say. I want to see more, but don't think I can. But that's really high for an entry job, like really high. Promise you what? Of course I want. I don't want the market to get saturated also. I have seen that happen live with web development. So if you did the same thing with this one, but at least this one is at least a bit gatekept, because there is a lot of search up devilist. Okay. Yeah, show me. Use AI to land. Okay, I see what you mean. DevOps. Ooh, but where there is a remote one here. Okay, just go back to the jobs. Here. Of course, an AI website with subscription base. Okay, the jobs here. Staff engineer. Oof. Okay, let's try this one. HTTPS developers.beehive, funny name, .com. Ooh, okay, you have this one. Wait, can we have a filter here, or I don't see any filter? Okay, let's try checking them. Okay, this one is for premium only. Dev list weekly roundup. Here are all the hottest jobs of the week. Senior front-end engineer, DevOps engineer. There is no specification, but let's click on the DevOps. I see what you mean. Okay, let's go down. Most requested skills of the week. You have Python 500 times, AWS, SQL. Okay, Java. Oh, never mind. Java will come in handy after all. Kubernetes, I heard about it. DevOps, you have Docker, machine learning, and JavaScript. So this is the first week and the full list. Here is the full list. Oh, okay, we have a spreadsheet here. So you have the minimum, and then you have the max, and then you have the job title here. You have full stack, and then expert, intermediate. Yeah, it is definitely. United States, UK. Okay, you have an international one, UK, Germany, and it's a back end, and it's intermediate, and it's full-time. Okay, there's a lot of places here. Does it even say if it's remote or not? I don't think, yeah, it does say. Okay, there is a lot to unpack here, like a lot. So how about we start from the salary and compare it to the job title. We have here embedded system, of course it's C and C++ and Linux, forget about that part for now. A full stack map, let's search for DevOps. Let's be honest, LinkedIn is a bit oversaturated also, as much as web development generally is, because that's the place where most people go. And if you go with where most people go, you will get the same result as they get. So, okay, we have a DevOps here, Java, mobile development, front end, and Node.js. Pay minimum 98, and it's intermediate level. Okay, we have even junior level here. Oof. Junior level DevOps. We have here backend development, Java, Scala, NoSQL, SQL, AWS, Azure. And that one is 100, and that's the junior level. Wow. Actually, before I forgot, might as well just save this. Save this. And the cool thing about this, it also specifies if it's a remote or not. And I see why DevOps probably have a way higher starter salary than most people. And you can still get it as a remote also. You have backend here. Okay, let's continue with the DevOps engineer. We have junior here, we have junior here. That's probably also with Docker, Kubernetes, and all that stuff. That's also DevOps. So yeah, the starting salary seems to be 100 and over. A lot of companies are opening in the US and in the UK, and new ones. Okay, this one is even remote. So we have this one, junior, remote, and then you have all of this. So I see what you mean by focusing on DevOps probably better than the backend. So since I'm already familiar with Java, I should probably continue doing the backend instead of the front end, because I will be honest with you, I'm not enjoying studying JavaScript or Angular or HTML or CSS even. So I might as well just continue the backside part, since I'm already familiar with SQL and that part. Show me your sauce. Growth list, okay. B2B business sales lead. Ooh. Hundreds of leads from research-funded companies, dozens of data pointers to filter personalized companies that were weak on your index. Okay. It does seem that this was the source of this file that we were just in.
Hey y'all, I'm Mike Yan, co-owner of GrowthList. We are a done-for-you prospecting service that handpicks recently funded startups and other businesses that are looking for partners to help them grow. We deliver our lead reports to your inbox every week that are ready for outreach with verified email addresses, CEO contact information,
Okay.
social profiles, funding data, and tons of other valuable company information that we source.
Okay, let's view the pricing first, and I think there should be the free tier. You have this one, you have this one, you have this one, you have, yeah, this is the free one. Let me, which email address should I actually forgot my email address, so give me a second. I'll probably need to give them that email. Okay, yeah, found it. Souma mn12 at gmail.com. I agree, I agree, I agree. Yeah, this one is a gold mine, as he said. Yes, and I confirm the subscription here from my phone. And they sent a PDF file. Let's check what's in here. Open that one again. For some reason the file is not working, so I'll need to check that on my computer actually. Ah, I see. So that's the file that they were sending. Wow. Gmail. Yeah, this is the one. Actually, let me mark that one also. Let's leave it at the desktop. But what type of folder is that? I never seen that extension before. s.xlsx file. Don't worry, I don't know that many people to make it get leaked. Google Sheets, okay. Google Sheets. Not here. Actually, let's change that account. Got it. Let's make it with this one. Request a switch account with access. Request access. Try again. Okay. No. We'll go with the old account then. Now we need to import it. Rotless document. No. Okay. How about I just open the folder here? You need to click on the import file. Where is the import here? Insert, nope, file, import, yes. And then I probably can add it that way. No. Recent, upload, browse. I think it was on the desktop. Yep, here, this one. Yeah, I've done it, Import data. Oof. That's a lot of information. And a very huge list, actually. So we have the fund, the data, the contact. Their Twitter account, their LinkedIn account, their country, what type of business they are, B2B, business to business, industry, description, and then the URL. Wow. Click on any of the website. Let's start this one in San Francisco, actually. So this is a company here. Physicians get ahead with off-call. How off-call works. So this is the website that actually wants some hiring, but cloud computing, e-commerce. I see. They have the career or job section, pricing, privacy, salary. I want to check what they sell also. I mean, if they are willing to pay that much salary, very good. Oof, funding. I mean, if they are getting high funding, they will probably be able to afford you, especially if they are in the cloud computing industry. I see. But still, it's a very good and valuable business. See why you meant by cloud computing, because mostly I see here is e-commerce and cloud computing stuff. Let's check for the location, mostly in the United States also. I mean, you can work remotely, so it's also fine. But that part, I want to get back to the list that we had here. Yes, but we want to actually make a list for what we want to study. Sure, you have a lot of sauce. Why not? Okay, FMHY. The largest collection of free stuff on the internet. Okay. Ad blocking, artificial, streaming, listening, torrenting, educational, Linux, Mac OS. Okay, let's check the educational part. Documentary network. There's a lot of stuff here. Any book, ebook courses. Okay, I see. So let's start with something like Linux, for example. DistroWatch, distro.moe, Linux guides. That's a lot of resources. So, okay, let's check the first link. Where is it? All things Linux. Okay, that's the Discord one. Forget about the Discord part for now. That's the servers, that's the guides, and then here. Okay, let's check the cheat sheet, coding tutorials. Wow, there's a lot of information here. Go to the learning, done. Okay, learning. Raspberry Pi, Linux apps still, software files, Linux videos, Linux audio, images, gaming, tools, internet. It's on the side panel. Never mind. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of stuff here, actually. The left one, okay. On educational. Then you have the downloading, free course, one hack. And we also have scroll down here, learning sites, the one that you meant. The free learning, let's learn anything. Okay, let's check this one. DevOps, for example. Get started. Course club. Okay, I want to check course club. Where is it? Open Wait, there is course club. Where is it? Course. Open source, awesome IQ. It's up. Ah, this one. Content block, please turn off your ad blocker. I'm not sure how to turn off the ad blocker though. Okay, how about I just take this one and open it in another browser. Currently does not have any sponsor for you. Click the little brave icon to turn it off. Okay. This one. CourseClub.me currently does not have any sponsors for you. Wait, the website is down? It must have been that good if it was taken down. Renew now? I don't think that will do anything, but oof. Unlucky. But there's still a lot of websites here, so especially that one. DevOps, platforming, we ready infrastructure, anything how I forgot to manage a server, how to use back, Wait, let's check the first one. Look up here. All dreaded mega thread. You mean here or here? All dreaded mega thread. Okay, let's check that one. Documentary, watch, documentaries, no, in Google, okay. All dreaded mega thread. Our privacy seems to be the one. We have books, we have games, also on privacy, rep index. We have a lot of stuff here also. Let's check the books part. Free education web, library genes, ocean of PDF. Check the ocean.pdf. It seems like a book for a place to search for books. The one with the goat icon. Okay, let's check it. Okay, I got rid of it by mistake again. I use the PDF driver, that's better. All okay, we'll check. I use PDF drive. One for books. Say books, PDF driver. You meant an archive. We'll check that one and also the PDF driver one. PDF drive. The world's largest book database. So which book do you recommend we look first? Or the better option is to actually search for books related to DevOps. And we probably need to make a DevOps study map. Yeah, I have seen some of these books before, so good question. Reddit. The best books for DevOps. Reddit. I'm looking switching to DevOps field every time, full time web developer. We have acceleration by this and DevOps handbook by Gen Kim. Okay, let's try searching that one. I think that one. Okay, let's try downloading it. I'll probably need to make a specific folder for all the books we will download. It's okay. I'll not be needing one or actually more ad block here. No. Stop pop-up ads. Nope. Let's create a separate folder for all of this. Yeah. You call this one books. So this is one of the books mentioned here. And it seems like a friendly book, so. Yeah, I tried this before when I used to download hacked games. I'm already familiar with this style. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, they have to make money somehow, right? So DevOps, how to create the world-class agile reliability and security in technology organizations. It's relatively a small book actually, so I will just go over to the index to see the main topics that they cover. Part 1, introduction, where to start, agile, first way, second way, the third way, selecting which value to stream to start with. Outcomes of integrations. It seems here like the thing is 439, but it says here 130. Huh? Okay, that's not the entire book, I think. That book just ends at the part 2. Okay, weird. We need to go back to the website and check for another version of that book. That one is 130 page, that one is still 130 page, this one is 600 pages, so yes, it's this one. Let's check on the other books that they mentioned here. Accelerate, how Google runs production system, continues, has what it looks like a newer, more concise version of this book. There's a list I made for work. The Phonics Project, an electronic novel that uses fiction to teach us about the advantage of modern IT culture. The Unicorn Project. Never heard of these books also. Yeah, I'll definitely read them. But before that, I'll probably need to make a list of the things that I need to study with all of this. And I probably need to save some of these websites also. Course bag.com. Okay, let's check that one. Course bag. Course bag is an solution learner who can pay by expensive course. Not detected. Okay, I'm turning that off. Okay. Everyone seems to be against ad blocks here. Okay, sure. C+ programming, Android development. Let's search for some DevOps. fundamental of networking. We don't have specifically for DevOps here, but if you broke the skills here, I think you'll be able to search for something like AWS. Yes, so I need because DevOps is a huge field, you need to break it down and then search for the things that you need to study on it. Where is the ChatGPT tab? Actually, we have that one here. So first, skill and technologies to learn. Pick one. The cloud platform is AWS. So the first thing that you need to study is AWS. Okay, let's check here on the website again. We did have the complete guide to build a serverless application on AWS. AWS Cloud Computing Certification Crash Course. I'll check that one. Free course site. freecoursesite.com. Complete ethical hacking bootcamp. Okay, what is the search one? Seems to be a lot of good stuff here. DevOps. Professional and its new Python REST APIs with Flask, Docker, MongoDB, and AWS. Yes, there is a lot of stuff. It's more from Udemy, I see. And you can even download the course. There is part 1 and there is part 2, and it's a Udemy course. Yes, actually, thank you. There is a lot. There is a lot to enjoy. And I say a lot to digest, actually, not just enjoy. But I'll forget about the job application for now and just focus on the studying part, because there seems to be a lot to DevOps. So what we have here, I have to first pick the framework that we'll be working with. This, where is the map that I just found? It should be somewhere here. Not this one, not this one. Yes, this is the map that we have. So first we will be studying Python and making a backend with it, because you will be using a lot of data manipulation. Then second, we will be going through operating system. Yes, that's what I'm planning to do. So let me go over them one by one, and let's even make a new bookmark place for all of that. Bookmarks. Actually, it's easier if I do it that way. Where is this? Here. Choose another. We'll make a new, and we call it source. And then we'll save it in that. So that's one. I forget about the salary part. This one also, I think I saved it, but I need to resave it again. Save that one. Also change that one. I will still keep that one, even though it might be a bit older after a while, but the growth list, I think we already subscribed to it. That one should be, I think it's saved already in the email, so no issues. That one also that one, also that one here. Yeah, don't worry about it, it happens often. I should probably go into the settings and probably find a solution to get rid of the spammers, but we'll do that later. That one also here. PG drive, not necessarily. This thread, I'll probably save it to check on it later. AWS, that's the course that we plan to do. Yeah, that's the same thing. So we have a lot here. So let me take this out. What is the mind map? Also this one out. This one also. So leave this in the background for now. And now what we want to try to do is make a list of what we need. Just check if it's actually good or not. Let's check the reviews. It's given the link here, I think. This one, yeah, this one here. Udemy. Yeah, that's the link here. Okay, this one seemed to be the best seller actually. 17,000 rating and 4.7 is actually really good. And there seems to be two parts. That's the part one. Click to verify. Yeah, this one seems to be actually really good and very expensive also. Now, generate the link. Please wait. A lot of checkings, but check download the cars. Plus, I think that was it. Click here. This will take a while, but worth it. Telegram download or G Drive download? Or cloud download. Probably better to go with cloud download. It's 3.5. It's okay. Of course, definitely. So this is the part one of the course that we just did. Forget about this one. I will keep this one because maybe we'll need it later. And we already checked. So how about part two? Okay, we need to verify here. Yeah, direct download is safer. I know that part. Already have certain cases with my friend getting charged with over 1,000 euros for downloading a song. Happens. I actually never used Torrent at all. The setup was a bit more tedious for me to do, so I never actually got into it. Okay, that one will take a while to download, and then we have the stuff here. I'll be needing to read everything here actually. Pass the AWS certificate optional. Create automation between all various AWS service requirement. At least an associate certificate such as AWS. Pass the AWS certificate or DevOps engineer professional certificate within 20 hours. Okay, I think that it's ready here. Also save. Now these two will take a while to download, but for now, yeah, thank you very much. Actually, that's a lot of stuff. I will need to spend probably hours after this just checking on each single one of them, especially the DevOps part. I kind of know what to do as a DevOps, but still kind of a bit off course. So we have this one. Let's check on the other ones also. No, not this one. This one here. DevOps, we have Python, REST APIs with Flask, Docker, MongoDB. Now, where was ChatGPT? There's a lot. This one. Yeah, I just saw it. There is a requirement for you to actually have certain stuff. But I think the proper way to start with that one is no, not this one also. It's probably to start with Python, RESTful APIs, and Flask, Docker, and MongoDB. That part is probably the faster version, because it does say here in the roadmap that we need to start with Python first and then go to the terminal and operating language, operating system. If we follow this map, yes, Python should be first and then Linux after. What else do we have here? So we have the Python, and then after that we have the Azure Kubernetes service with Azure DevOps, have Docker, DevOps projects. Yeah, I mean, if you are studying Linux, you probably can. Since once you get good with Linux, you literally can make anything of the compute on the computer to yourself. AWS. Actually, let me get back to ChatGPT. If I want to study like Discord CDN, what's Discord CDN? It stores images and videos for you. Yeah, I heard some people use Discord service as a database for their large files for videos and stuff like that, but I never actually tried it. If I want to study DevOps, what are the main things I need to study? Give me a step-by-step guide. Okay, it seems okay, yeah, that's why. Log out for now. Log in DevOps. Understand the DevOps culture and business. Study the core principle: collaboration, automation, improvement, and communication. Learn version control, software development. Actually, okay, I need to specify. Give me the things I need to study to apply for a DevOps position. DevOps CID, forget about that. Version control, Git, okay, that part later. Scripting and automation. Shell, nope. Okay, so it appears it will be better to just follow this map right here. So we have Python, and we did find a course here, if I'm not mistaken, about Python and Flask and all that stuff. What is the link? It's probably also Udemy course. So let's check that one. So see the reviews. This one seems to be actually good. So let's check the description. What you will learn: have a deeper knowledge and understanding of core elements in web development using Python, Flask framework, plan and build, setup and deploy RESTful APIs to Amazon EC2 instance, make use of NoSQL, MongoDB database, build a machine learning API using TensorFlow. Requirements: basic knowledge of Python programming. Okay. How can I learn to make my own CDN so I can share screen shots and vids to others easily, like Discord CDN. Creating your own content delivery network to easily share screenshots. Understand how CDN works. CDN is a network of servers, strategically distributed across various locations that store copies of static content. When user requests a content, the CDN server serves it from the server closest to them, reducing the latency and improving the load image. Key concept: edge server, origin server, caching, DNS resolution. Set up the cloud storage for file hosting. You need a cloud storage to store the media and serve them. Some options included Amazon Cloud and Azure. Roadmap, basic resource. Personal recommendation, alternative options. So you say that we just go with the path written here in the roadmap. First, studying Python. Second, studying Ubuntu. Unix distribution, Debian, I think. And then terminal knowledge. But probably even before all of these, no, Bash 1 comes after Linux actually. So how much do we actually need to know about Python in order to apply for DevOps? That's a good question I need to ask. If I am using DevOps for, Python for DevOps, how much do I need to know about Python? If you are using Python DevOps, you need to know enough Python to automate tasks, manage infrastructure, interact with API. Because I have already a strong background in Java, that shouldn't take that much. There is already a free resource. Let's click on it. High-level interpreted programming language known for its simplicity, readability, versatility, and all this stuff. Okay, we have the roadmap, free resources. Visit dedicated Python roadmap, Python website, the official one. The official one will probably have two stuff. Automate the boring stuff. Actually, I do have the automate the boring stuff book. Actually, let me check if I do. I do have some Python books that I bought before, but I didn't automate the boring stuff PDF. I actually do have that. In a second. Yes, I did plan on reading Python just because I was interested in the concept of automation, but didn't expect it to come in handy like this. So that's probably where I should be starting. Let's check the article also as well. Yeah, I thought so. Yes, that exactly is the book that I have right now. And I also have the other one that talk about the basics of Python. Is it the same one? Actually, let me check. I have the index here, and it's a very, very big book. I think over 600 at this point. So we have introduction, then we have Python basics, flow control. Okay. Change in plans then. Instead of learning Angular that I hate so much, I'll probably start learning Python from this website here. Actually, we can do that right now since I rarely use Discord, so might as well just try. I actually thought so. I mean, I already started by doing the hard stuff by learning Java first, so it wouldn't be that much of an issue, I think. find a start conversation. Where would you like to go? Let's type DevOps discussion. Go down. Here. I don't use Discord, so don't take it on me that much. The only reason I use it is because my friends want to talk to me. Cloud native DevOps. Okay, we have 21 members, so that's a lot. I think I'm joined, so. Rules announcement general. I think I did click on join or didn't. Oh yeah, I am joined already, and it shows here. Now where to talk? Probably in general. So let me check if there is a pin file here. Okay, no, never mind. Join the server. Let's customize the experience, of course. What additional channels would you like? Everything with DevOps. I see. Okay, now I can write. Hi, I am new and I want to study to be a DevOps. Currently, I am studying Python. But what should I do next? And what actually? Any advice? I should also probably do that also. Any advice? Someone new to DevOps. Funny enough, I never used Reddit, so probably need to change that. But let's check the other DevOps servers, the less popular one. Okay, the channel doesn't have pinned message yet. Something seems to be wrong with that file. Never mind. Yeah, sure. I just went on no social media a year before, so that's why I started. Yeah, because I think my question is very basic. How to study to be a DevOps. Reddit. Here I'm interested in pursuing a career. I heard the terms like but I have no idea where to start. Get good at coding using ChatGPT to help. Learn Linux from basic to advanced. Okay, then networking, then Kubernetes fundamental, people skill you're gonna need. Probably most important one, go to local tech meetups and mingle with people. Okay, let's see other people. Culture, there is no such thing as DevOps from scratch or zero to apps. Getting into DevOps straight out of college is like solving differential equation without any experience in solving basic math. All DevOps engineers have a prior work as a developer or operation engineer. You can study all the DevOps courses and read all the DevOps books available everywhere. Disboard.org and search DevOps and filter any by member kind. Wait, in Google you mean? Let's check. Disboard.org. Let's just say DevOps, and they only seem to have 10 with very low count, so where's the filter by members count? Actually, let me just finish the Reddit at least first. Yes, you can always learn on the fly and learn along the way, but there will be really programming servers always got you. Okay, let's just search for the programming part only then. I see what you meant. Let's just type programming. Yeah, oof, that's a lot of members. Invites are required to the service right again later. Yeah, I'll try to do that even though I know I'm a bit what's the right word for it? Is there a DevOps section here? Nope. Yeah, I don't believe it. According to what we have seen, there is, even though it says a specialization, it's something like cybersecurity, but you can still get an entry job as a cybersecurity, even though it's technically a specialization, yes. I don't see any DevOps part here. We have mobile, get scripting, frameworks, help, HTML, CSS. That's for web development, so no. Java, Python, all that stuff. And then we have graphics programming, get another programming. You mean about the coding and programming community? I already did. Go to Discord, join the server, and then type programming. You mean that one then? Bottom left. Links, permanent invite. Sure. No, probably not that one. No, search. We have Python here, build your own dream. Scroll down on the server list. Yes. Computer programming. 2000 member. Default programming. Us programming. Odin DevOps. Yeah, okay, DevOps here. Then follow. Actually, not follow. Join the server. It's on the plus icon. Okay, give me a second. We found the DevOps one. What programming language do you are or interested in? Well, I do know Java and I am interested in Python. Okay, give me a second. I'll check it. Happy to help. Announcement. Skip. Finish. Follow also. Sure. The server. Nope. What is general? Now let's get back to what we were talking about. The plus icon. I cannot see because the chat is getting on the way. Now again, what's plus icon were you talking about? Code programming language, Odin's general purpose programming language, Cyberverse programming language development. computer programming, all the way down to the left. This one. When you scroll down, add server. You mean this one? Now join the server. Do you have specific link on mine or type programming? Okay, programming. Then join server. No, I think you have to specify a link or just, okay, no, just programming. Getting started. Assign yourself some role, event notifier, seasonal roller. Stay up to date with what's going on the server. Yes, sure. Now that's okay here. Now I think we are joined, yes. What's this server actually? Get help here. It has the DevOps channel. I don't see it, or is there? Well, I mean, there's the get help part, but nope. Hangout. Probably. CS theory. Channel roles. I see actually a lot of good stuff here. Where? Go up. Roles. Oh, sorry, that one. You need to select them to view them. Okay, I see. But how can you assign the roles for yourself? We have staff, admin, all this stuff. Self-muted, announce, event, sage channel roles, and above. You mean this one, right? The rules or roles? Which one? Above rules. Okay, wait, let me just take this one a bit. This one. In math, APL and motion, member, seasonal. Can I just open all of them? Because I'll probably need to search everything. Yes, now we have everything. Okay, they have SQL and database, operating system, mobile devs, shell, security. Okay, they have a section for anime also. Anime, books, and gaming. Okay, I found my server. Now back to what we are searching for. We are searching for DevOps. Should probably be in the top here. DevOps, Python will be assembly. I'm not sure why people are studying assembly also. Dart, Lips, SQL, Docker, Git, editor, it's in the tab. Where? Show all channels, of course. Discord, JS, Docker. Next, customize. Okay. Customize, and it's in the tab. I don't even see where it's customized. Next to customize. In the center of your screen. Browse channel. This one. I mean this part, right? Why do I see a Rickroll here? Now that you mention it, where did I actually bring it? This is the list of channels, yes. It's easier to select the channels from here. I see a lot of links also. Java, C, PHP, Ruby, Kotlin, Go, Assembly, Luna, Dart, Lips. These are all the servers on the left, yes. Operating systems, game dev, hardware. Yeah, well, I thought of doing it also on the Hangout. I like the green here. And you said to me that's the best place for... Okay, there's a lot of things. Okay. I'll do that with the next server probably, but I don't think Discord will think I'm spammer from just 2 messages, don't worry. A developer, yes, but I'm still boomer at technology. I see. Yeah, JavaScript took me around 2 weeks to be good at, and I'll probably be doing some studies alone in the book. Actually, where is it? Forget about the Reddit thing here. Not that one. Yes, we'll probably start this thing here, and we'll finish that book first, or as much as we can. Yes, we just focus on this. Did I save that one? Yes, I think I did. So our first step is Python. Second step is Linux. I actually always had the plan of finishing it. I just didn't have enough time. I read half of the first book that he created, the one with the Python basics. I just stopped midway. Now this one is the one that I have actually right now. Can I actually check? Okay, we need to log in first. Probably better to log in and save all the stuff. So yes, can I actually... okay, I see. So we'll begin the Python journey. I don't think it will be as hard as Java, but we'll see, we'll see. Now let me actually check on the top. It says updated status when you open the course. Wait, does it? DevOps, okay, there is a lot of information actually here. Will take my time to study it. Partner, schedule, download, new stack. When you click on Python, update status done, in progress. Let's just put it in progress actually. Okay, they have even a video here.
What's up, everybody?
Of course, of course it's him. He actually uploaded a new course for Python. I think his new content is more project based. I think the one that I have seen for at least the The Java one. Yeah, there will be a lot to enjoy. Yeah, these are his new courses. So we have videos. Yes. I mean, we will just focus on the first step for now. We have Python and then we have Linux after. Nah, don't worry. It's been already 3 years. Yeah, the thing is about I have been in computer science. I'm in computer science major now for 2 years, okay? Now the thing is, I only started to physically code only 3 months ago. Not focusing more on the material, but rather than actual coding skill. But the thing is, I discovered just from 3 months, coding isn't that difficult, at least to me, but it's too much. There is too much information. Or the expected level entry barrier, there is too much to it. Yeah, the ones who don't give up are the one who doesn't give a job, exactly. Hey, at least if I have a mind map, I can help myself accountable that way. So the first 2 steps are enough, or the next 2 steps is enough for me to know. We have Python and then we have Linux. And I will take my time. Yeah, I will probably also be heading out. I need to make some phone calls also. So starting from tomorrow, we will start the Python automation journey. Yeah, of course, we will have each other as accountability partner. But the thing is, I have to work tomorrow part-time and after tomorrow. So we'll start actually after that one. And you said to me you're studying cybersecurity. That is tough, if not tougher than what I'm seeing. Yeah, see you, man. Bye. And yes, since we will be changing everything going on forward, I probably should just stop here. I've already done too much. Collecting the information today was probably the highlight. But okay, this video follows on much to use link to discount for 15 videos free on YouTube. What?
The boring author. Automate the Boring Stuff with Python is my 4th programming book, and now I've made an online course that follows the book's content. Learn to code has become a huge mantra. You have sites.
Actually, forget about that one. We'll have this one open all the time. Now let's check about the other folder. Probably start with that book. I already saved most of the links here, so should be fine. So that's actually how I'll stop today. I should probably make a new thumbnail since we'll be starting with Python next. And it should not take that much time, at least the basic, not the automation part. New journey, huh? And I know that these books are famous and they are actually really good, so that's why I bought one. So I'll be studying off stream and on stream, since if I want to make that thing finish fast, I'll probably have to do it that way. But that should be it actually for today. Already spent too much time, but I will try to increase the amount of time I stream studying Python. My goal will probably be to be at least 4 hours every day. But that's it. I think we continue, guys, not tomorrow or after tomorrow, because I think I'll be busy working, but I'll definitely start with the book. And I'll see you guys next time.